Hello! Welcome all my lovely goblins and ghouls of the internet. It's kind of loud a little bit. I think it's okay on your guys' side. My side's a bit loud in my ears. Oh, I forgot to take this off real quick. There we go. Welcome all my lovely goblins and ghouls of the internet. I'm Hanyo, your demonic cinephile. And we are coming back with Vampire the Masquerade. Shadows of New York. I was going to do I was originally going to do Resident Evil or Life is Strange tonight, but as it's getting kind of later and later. Oh no! I had Coco in here with us. She was sleeping on my lap, but my yapping disturbed her. Now the beast is awake. She's looking at me. What do you want, Coco? It's the microphone. You can't sniff it. You can sniff it. Just don't touch it. Don't stop booping it with your nose. Stop booping it with your nose. No, Coco, please, Coco, baby girl. I'm going to put you down. I will put you down, little thing. Little thing. Okay, gotta put her down. Where is she going? Okay, she's going to another room. Then you open the door for her. Be right back. Okay. Where was I? Oh yeah, vampires. Okay. A little terrorist, a little gremlin's back in the other room. So yeah, I originally was going to do Resident Evil or Life is Strange tonight, but it's kind of lost track of time. So we can't really do that today. Tomorrow, so just not sure what we're gonna do tomorrow. I kind of want to start when that, because I got that Din Shata Attack, where it's called, that train game. I got that when that came out. I don't know, I thought it looked kind of fun, and I kind of want to play that. Not sure though. I actually had a big special event planned for Saturday. But we had to move that. I didn't market it in time on the YouTube channel because it's only something we can. Because it's only something we can really do on Twitch. If we try to do it on YouTube, it'd be copyrighted and terminated in an instant. So we're just gonna do this for a little bit. Maybe a little bit longer. Who knows? I got 2 videos on the timeline ready to go. I'm gonna try to finish those tomorrow, or maybe I'll stay up and finish them. I'm not sure. One is a ranking video and one is a review for the 2 things that's on Tuesday, so that's gonna be super fun, super cool. But let's just jump into the story. I feel like I bit my tongue right from the injury I got earlier. Yesterday was so funny. I was trying to call out Coco because she didn't have her collar on. We can't really hear her. I'm trying to call her out, and I'm squeaking her duck like, "Hey, where are you, baby girl?" And then I kind of quickly turned around because in my mom's, the frame for her door, I was right there. I turned around a little too quickly, and I bashed the metal frame into my cheek. into my lip. I'm surprised I didn't break any teeth. It was not really hard, but hard enough to make a, to give you a migraine for the rest of the night. But let's come back to that later. I'm just chilling at Turk's when suddenly a shrill, loud voice pierces my eardrums. Mia, how you doing? And what the hell are you doing here? Oh, yay, it's the pissy lady from Turk's inner circles. I'm here to see Turk, none of your business. Yes. Are you always this pissed off? Only when ivory tower bootlickers pop up to ruin my day. If you want me to act happier, make yourself scarce. No can do. Your boss let me here. The hell he did. Get out. I thought you'd be more open to cooperation after our last talk. Not when you're trying to make deals behind my back, bitch. Mia, it's okay. There he is, walking through the door, one of the most infamous New York City barons. Or, as some people started calling him the moment Callahan met his end, the Baron of New York City. Turok, we talked about this. The situation is a little bit different now. TAMAK sent her. What? Bullshit. I wasn't able to track her down for weeks. Well, I did. Well, did you? More or less something led us to her. And guess what? It took me one night, you clown. Enough of bitchy henchwoman for the week, so I can help but put her down. She shoots me a hateful look, but Turek gestures at her to stay quiet. This is a reason to celebrate, not to get mad. None of you allow the two of us a private conversation. No way. I want to keep an eye on her. You will keep an eye on the exit, and that will be enough. Please. He puts on his best authoritative tone, and it works. No protest this time. Mia leaves the room. When talking to Mia, you mentioned cooperation. First I've heard about it. Sorry, I didn't want you guys to hear that. I tried to make friends with her so that the investigation would go more smoothly. Looks like it wasn't appreciated. I'm sorry to hear. I'm sorry about her. She can be overzealous, but usually that's not a bad thing. Yeah, sure. So she has told you I've been trying to reach you for a few nights? I don't think so. Have you? Well, I'm the dumbass the court ordered to investigate Callahan's final death. So considering your connection to the case, I thought it would be prudent for us to talk. Ah, so that's you. Yeah. Now, I know you're probably anxious to hear about TAMAK. I'm surprised to hear you two know each other. We actually met through this investigation. Anyway, as I was saying, I know you probably can't wait to hear about her, but I'd like to ask you a few questions first. I understand. Do your job. Did you know Douglas Callahan? Of course I did. We were both barons. Kept having professional obligations to meet each other, but that was it. What was your private opinion of him? Same as everyone else. A racist clown, mentally stuck in the 19th century who spent too much time keeping the anarchs down. I'm glad he's gone. You mean you're glad he met final death? Well, you know what they say. Hate to see you go. Love to watch you leave. Get the fuck out of my house. Weren't you the first kindred who saw his corpse? I was, but it was his ghouls who found him. By the way, we've established that some of them tampered with the crime scene. They were probably disciplined for that. Convenient story. Let's move on. What's your alibi for that night? None. I was running around town the entire night, taking care of various issues unrelated to Callahan, but I don't intend to divulge them to someone from the Ivory Tower. So, you have no interest in proving yourself innocent. My official position was made clear. It's the Camarilla who are to blame. It's your job to prove me wrong. TAMAK? What's that? TAMAK? At least for once, I can face a problem that can't be solved with pure logic, not politics. TAMAK? Is that a reference to a real person? Let me look that up real quick. Polish, TAMAK is a Polish swear phrase. It means whore mother. Whore mother. Okay. Sounds very elegant in Polish. Any findings on your side I should know of? Ask Mia. She's the one who handled the murder scene. I'm not privy to all the details. Hope D'Angelo, Agathon. Any idea who those people are? Can't recall. Sorry. That does kind of make sense. I don't think he actually met them in the in our playthrough of the other game. The evidence I found suggests a potential link between Callahan and TAMAK. Any clue? I knew both of them well, but as far as I know, they never met. That's it. Oh, well, not sure what I expected. He's the kind of guy who could only be pushed to talk if I had something concrete to push him with. Time to move on. Well, regarding TAMAK, finally. I'll cut straight to the chase. She wanted to inform you she will be skipping town for a while. The SI is hot on her trail, and she needs to lose them ASAP. Oh, for I've told her countless times, if she's in danger, I will always be there for her. Does she think she can find a secure way out of the city in this situation? She's safe. I got her. I'm in customs. So you say. She's got some other friends in high places. She'll manage to get out. Gotta admit, that's not what I expected to hear, or what I wanted to hear. Why did she decide to contact me? She wants her ring back. His aura changes in a blink of an eye. Ah, I see now. So that's why she didn't show up herself. Wouldn't even face me when divulging the final insult. Delivering the final insult. Uh-oh. Looks like I stepped on a landmine. Oh, we are in the middle of a breakup. We are finalizing the divorce. She said the ring was a symbol of the trust she put in me. No way in hell am I going to give it away. Not until she gives me the chance to explain myself. I need that ring to get TAMAK to talk, but with the way he's acting, it doesn't seem likely he'll be willing to part with it. It might require me to act shitty, but maybe. Time to change my approach. Lie through your teeth, or be brutally honest. Oh. Let's be honest. Because we still want to have his trust to an extent. Trait update, what? Okay, trait updates. Loyal only to myself, glass half empty, a little abuse of power, never hurts anybody. Honesty is the best policy. Fuck it. Here we go. Listen, you're obviously the hottest new thing in town. People like you. People will follow you. You're the best the anarch people think of when they think of New York City. Good for you. But you're obviously way behind when it comes to understanding relationships. TAMAK gave it a serious try. She understood her path. She understood yours. She realized that they're dynamically opposed. And that's that. You're not going to change her mind by acting like a toxic shithead for forcing her to come grovel at your feet if she wants to give back something that has a great sentimental value to her. You want to earn her trust again? Don't act like a power-tripping asshole. Show her you're capable of responding to her concerns, and that you're capable of being selfless. That's the only thing you can do to change her mind. Sorry. Okay, I'm done. Ah, fuck me and my big mouth. Oh god, what's about to happen? He approaches the door and throws it wide open. Mia. Yes, boss? We are done here. Lead the lady out as quickly as possible. Yes, boss. I have a lot of things I say to describe his behavior, but I don't want to cause a diplomatic incident. No need. I'm going. Thank you for your time. Tell her I'll show her she's wrong. Tell her I will prove myself worthy of that ring if it's the last thing I do. Whatever. I let myself be led out of the building by Mia. Another mission failed. Time to meet TAMAK and tell her the bad news. So I wonder if we lie, what would happen? I find her already waiting in front of the Jewish museum. How did it go? Let me put it this way. I'm not surprised you dumped him. So, you did not succeed. Nah. He got mad and started yelling about how he will prove himself to be worthy of that gift. Then he ran me out of the building. Is she trying to stop herself from laughing? What's so funny? Nothing, I'll be honest. I kind of expected that. It's just nice to get a definite confirmation. He's still a bit of a toxic asshole. That's all. Well, glad I fell for the oldest trick in the book. Would be cool if, for once, a kindred telling me to do one thing didn't mean another thing entirely. Oh, don't be mad. I wanted to be sure of something, and now I am. As far as I'm concerned, you've kept your end of the bargain. This time I repay the favor. Yes, we're gonna give that interview. Last year, a certain fledgling approached in the city, intended to build a quartier. And that list you found in Callahan, that's the list they've got. A certain fledgling. So okay, that's one of our characters from the first game, from Cortez of New York. They contact each of us, then found themselves in deep shit. SI, Kaiser, Sophie Langley, some shadow players manipulating everything from behind the scenes. Then they disappeared. Kaiser, the name popping up once again. It can't be a coincidence. No one knows where or why. It doesn't really matter. That happened when you punched away. Excuse me? That happens when you punch way above your weight. Hope they're doing fine, despite all odds. In any case, Truck got involved too. And that's how I met him. Actually, he got hurt. Didn't want to say how. Claimed it could put anyone who knew in danger. Whatever happened, it gave him the drive and the desire for change. For 2 months, he was a beautiful kindred, plain and simple. But suddenly, something in him snapped. Overnight, his tone mellowed out. His actions became timid. His language became more befitting of a political science student than a charismatic leader. I assume he met someone who made him an offer he couldn't refuse, but I have no idea who that was. And then, one night, I followed him when he went out, and I saw him scheming at the docks with Callahan. When he came back, we had an argument. When he refused to explain himself, I knew I was on my way out. And that was that. I understand. Okay. As Callahan, not Callahan, Turok is a little different. He was a little bit more laid back and smooth in the other game. Here, yeah, he's a lot more stricter. Have much more of a eager temper. Of course, I know that earlier might have confronted the facts with him and learned something more. He never told me of all kindred. What makes you think he would have told you? She's got a point, I suppose. All right, thank you. Now it's my turn. Here is your way out. I point at the manhole below our feet. Here is a map of the sewers. Follow the route, then burn it. You'll be looking for a one-eyed Nosferatu wearing a tactical gear. Tell him I sent you, then give him the agreed upon amount of money. What kind of route will I be taking anyway? An armor van full of precious coffins? My man knows how to arrange them to allow for unnoticed extra cargo. Her face darkens. The circulatory system? What's the circulatory system? What is the circulatory system? I don't think we were ever told about that earlier. What did you expect? The rich and powerful always get the blood they want, one way or another. At least tonight, one of their routes will be used for something good. She drops her shoulders in resignation and opens up the manhole cover. Fine, but remember, if it doesn't work, I'll be back at your doorstep with a vengeance if it's the last thing I do. I'm sure it will work out fine. Just beware of a giant albino ghoul alligator while you're down there. That's a reference to a movie, right? Alligator 2, Alligator in New York. I know that movie. I only seen bits and pieces when I was a kid. Tamaka rolls her eyes. Sewer ghoul alligators. For your information, it's just a story New York kindred tell to neo-knights to mess with them while they're still gullible enough to believe anything they hear about their new world. Oh, that makes sense, I suppose. But she believed that? Well, this is goodbye. In a few months, you'll hear from the first slight presence in Los Angeles that has been decimated. Assume that against all odds, I'm still unalive and kicking. If you keep killing indiscriminately, you might cross a line of no return, you know. Shouldn't you take it easy for a while? Not until my brothers and sisters in blood stop being slaughtered. I care about what's left of my humanity, but turning a blind eye on kindred in need would be even less human. So that's the kind of person she is, and probably will be, until the very end. It must be comforting in a way, to know how your path will end, yet to follow it all the same. I can never do that. Here's some parting advice for you. We might be monsters, but we are lucky enough to be born into a world that's even more monstrous than we are. If we rebel against it, we might find salvation. If only I could believe it. Well, anything's possible, especially when you have eternity. Didn't expect the preaching tone. Why are you telling me this? Because I think I have a pretty good nose for people's auras. And when I take a good look at you, I smell a penchant for ruthless opportunism. I smell the possibility that you'll give in to the fear of the dark visions of the future you've conjured in your head. I smell a controlling anger that might get out of hand if you get a whiff of power. It's not much, just a hunch. But you seem prone to giving in to the Camarillion's empty promises of safety and their petite burgos values. I think I should take offense to that. No, I do see some of that, especially their ruthless opportunism. I can see her not staking, but screwing over another vampire for more power. At least if I keep making those choices for her. I hope you do. That will reflect on you. Well, in any case, whatever happens, see you in your next life, Julia. Safe travels, TAMAK. I skipped a nice visit to the church. I'm not in the mood to see Benet. I'm still embarrassed about yesterday's outburst. And I'm kind of pissed none of the clan elders in Chicago bothered to reply to any of my fucking reports. No advice, no feedback, nothing. I feel like I was left utterly alone. Besides, it's late. I always get back to the apartment early in the morning, right before it gets bright. It's getting risky to be out here so close to sunrise. Accidents can happen. I'll try to get back earlier tomorrow night. Attempt to surprise Dakota. Yeah. I'm back. Yay. Yeah. I forgot. Didn't I give her a southern drawl? Housework? All cut up? I managed to get my deadlines postponed. Our clients are canceling and delaying orders left and right. Huh? Does that mean you'll have time to help me with my makeup tomorrow? Well, we'll see. Perfect. All right. I need to disappear before the sun catches up with me. Hey. Yeah? I love you. Oh. What do you mean, oh? Wait, have you never told her that? How long has this relationship been going on? Why can't you say it back? Why can't we say it back? Uneasy silence fills the room. I'm not getting out of this one, am I? No. I have to. I didn't lie in the bar in New York City tonight, so I'm not going to lie to her. I know. She flashes a sad, forced smile as I leave to rest. We don't... I thought this was like a sweet little romance. I thought this was... One second, let's look at our new terms real quick. Fledgling, a baby vampire. Aww, i.e., one so new who has figured out so little. They still need their sire to protect them. My status as a fledgling was cut short by Karen's swift departure. I had to learn the ropes on my own, and most of those lessons weren't pleasant. I thought these two were having like a sweet little relationship. Because they were together before she was turned. Is it the vampirism? Is it pulling them apart? Because they can barely spend any time together? I finally reached Big Beat Burger, hoping to recuperate from all the mental damage accumulated over the past few days. Only to find out the doors are locked and nobody is inside. No. I need to just move. I need my routine. You absolutely got to be kidding me. Closed? Why? What the fuck do you mean closed? I mean, we are in the middle of a pandemic. Everything's closed. Ah, so the plague is still happening in this timeline. Pandemic? What pandemic? Do you live under a fucking rock? There's a new SARS virus straight from China. The whole world is going crazy over it. People are dying left and right. Oh, okay. So it kind of just started, or at least it going worldwide just started. I guess it kind of makes sense. You can't really watch news. I mean, TVs and phones go haywire around us. I don't see her being the type of person who wants to go read the paper. Guess you're gonna get a blanket. Have one right here. There we go. We're back. Push yourself back up. Holy shit! I know this shouldn't be funny, but it's funny coming from her. I didn't know something like that could still happen in this day and age. Somehow it always felt like we were beyond it. We always feel like that until it happens. Well, I guess it's lucky I'm dead. I walk away to avoid bringing more attention to myself. Now I understand why NYC feels downright apocalyptic tonight. It's like a psychedelic experience to see these familiar streets empty and abandoned. Well, let's see what parts of the city are still alive in the middle of a plague. Alright, so we got two choices. An aristocratic taste. All this malice spreading through the boroughs is putting me in a weird mood. Seems like I can't outrun it, so maybe I'll intensify it instead. Smallpox hospital, here I come. Or a familiar smile. It took just 2 days for the city to go all last man on earth. I probably won't have a better chance to soak in the atmosphere. Let's do this one. If someone asked me right at this moment how to define the meaning of the word eerie, I look them straight in the eye and say, just take a look around, idiot. But with the exception of a few stray dogs, there's no one around to ask. This isn't the New York I've come to know. I can't help but perceive it as artificial, real, but with an uncanny apocalyptic quality, like a city-wide role play of some trashy photo post-tapo flick. Like I was Will Smith and I Am Legend. Two Last Man on Earth references. Hell, this is probably the first time anybody has thought of I Am Legend in the last 10 years. The film version, anyway. I know about it, I haven't read the original novel. Or the other movies. I've been meaning to, it's been like on my list for a while. I keep walking the empty streets until suddenly... Hey! Julia! The streets reveal themselves a less empty than I previously thought. Charlie? Sheesh, it's been a long time. Charlie, is this the guy who we worked for at the paper? I can't remember. It's been a while since we first started this. Julia, why are you so stupid? Wow, that's not the line I choose to open a touching reunion with. The last time he was working at the Karma Circle, one of those vegan places that pride themselves on hiring workers with disabilities. Been there for the first time 2 years ago or so at Dakota. Charles here was our waiter. He heard us arguing about something stupid and he rushed to Dakota's defense. And in Charlie's mind, the best defense is a merciless offense. He roasted my formal clothes, silly mannerisms, general behavior, and specific arguments so ruthlessly, Dakota had a 10-minute-long laughing fit. The manager overheard him and apologized. Aw, that's cute. What happened to them? Why are they so distant now? It has to be the vampirism. But I didn't mind. I always liked underdogs who could stand their ground. We even became online friends so that we could roast each other on Messenger. And he can do that using emojis alone. People are getting sick. You're irresponsible. I need to take you home. I was just hanging there, Charlie. No need to worry about me. But I was worried. You never answer my messages these days. Yeah, that's not exactly an option right now, is it? Especially during the day. I mean, phones, technology, kinda goes a little loopy with me. If you have to contact me, you need to do it through Dakota. I've decided not to use smartphones anymore. You know, to keep my head clearer and all that. I think you just got tired of them. Tired of breaking them. You always were so clumsy. Your screen was always cracked. You were always thinking a lot while your hands were doing something stupid. As I said, ruthless. And is Dakota good? You two still gal pals? We are? I don't know. Gal pals? I wanted to say yeah, but with that early conversation, I don't know if we are. We still hang out together, at least. And that's good. You aren't practical. You're a mess. You're a mess, girl. You need someone close to take care of you. Girl failure. Psh, come on, said the guy who still lives with his mom. Yep, we're the same. That's how I know. He says with such an innocent smile and so much conviction. I feel thoroughly owned. No use fighting back, pushing into sincerity mode. It's just that. Don't tell her this. But I'm not sure if we are making each other happy. And that worries me. Like, a lot. You know? That's because you're being stupid. Hey, I'm being honest now. Don't be mean. I didn't say you're stupid, but that you're being stupid. There's a difference. I guess that's something your mom says all the time, huh? When you're in her head for too long, you always trip over a glass of water or break your phone. And that's when they call you stupid. When you argue or when you joke, that's good. That's progress. You're a philosopher now? Shit, Charles, when you become a philosopher. I read a lot. Probably more than you. Probably. I should pick up a book more often. Yeah. I'm lazy as hell. I just pick the pages that look interesting. Are you still a journalist? Me? No. They fired me. Good. Good? Seriously? Yeah. Mom reads Little Star sometimes. She says it's trash. Happy you're not trash. Thank you. That means a lot. And how is Karma Circle? You're still working there? No, they fired me. Oh. Jesus. Because of the virus? Don't know. There's a new boss, a stupid guy. Doesn't like me. Hope you didn't call him stupid to his face. He throws me an impish side glance and moves his eyebrows up and down with comedic timing. I like him. He's a good guy. But I did. I snort uncontrollably. Shit, Charlie. You're unbelievable. And how is your mom? She's sick and doesn't want me to come by her room. She sent me out to the pharmacy to get her medicine. You know? Fuck. I hope it's not serious. It's stupid. We have to take care of each other, but we can't even see each other. You know? Now I feel like trash for wanting to complain about my own troubles. You're doing good? Yes. I'm strong. He poses like a macho man. I laugh. You stay strong too, Julia, and write something for time to time. No promises. Hey, if I'm forced to be an asshole to Dakota and we stop being gal pals, will you forgive me? Let me think. An exaggerated thinker pose. I swear, this dude. No. Then he turns away and disappears into the night. I swear, I don't know how to handle this guy. He always has to have the final word, even against a vampire. And that's probably why I still respect him so much. Oh well, time to follow suit and make myself scarce. The time comes for me to meet up with Kadar, and hopefully D'Angelo too. The last position on my list. This better be good. And that is D'Angelo's agency. It was like a dump. Blech. Perfect for the clan of the hidden. I thought he wasn't hidden. I thought he was missing, and to be honest, kind of expected the worst. Why would we look for him in the most obvious place? I've been asking around, and I've got a hunch. Just trust and start looking. Fine. Who is D'Angelo anyway? He's a good man. A useful man. But it took me time to get used to him. He takes sleuthing very, very seriously. His thing is actually like an idiosyncratic noir detective. I heard him help him cope with something, but never felt comfortable tackling the subject. Doesn't sound too quirky by the city's standards. Wait, what's that? There's a rat on the floor, frozen in an unnatural position. Weird shit. Gross. Examine it, kick it. Despite my disgust, I pick the rodent up. Now that's what an investigator is all about. Leave no stone unturned. Shut up. This is just gross. What have you found out? I take a close, hard look at the rat. It's alive, but from what I see, he's just stretching out, like grinding his teeth without a care in the world. That's called bruxing. What? When a rat chatters his teeth, that's bruxing. He's not acting panicked or aggressive, so I guess he's just happy. I look at his face. I don't know. His eyes keep coming out of the socket and going back in. It looks disgusting. Like he's in a lot of pain. So he's boggling. It must be really content. How does he know so much about... Never mind. I get an eerie feeling. Hello, Cox! How you doing? How you doing? I'm doing good. Yeah, we're just reading some Vampire the Masquerade. I was gonna do Resident Evil or Life is Strange tonight, but started stream pretty late, like normal. But I'm doing good, except for a couple of shots in my foot on yesterday, which was supposed to help with the pain. Not have like needle injuries. Got clocked in the head 2 times last week. I'm doing good though. I'm making it sound worse than it really was. I was taking out this hoverboard for a friend, and the bag kind of swished over and clocked me in the cheek. And just the night before last night, I was turning the corner real fast, and the door frame hit the other cheek. I keep hurting myself, keep getting hurt. This is weird, man. I have a feeling there's a kindred hidden nearby. Weird. How are you doing? My thoughts exactly. Quadar slowly approaches a secluded corner of the room. And there it is. He kicks a pile of clothes lying on the floor. I'm just a corpse. Leave me alone. Lucky for you, we're all corpses here. D'Angelo, you're among friends. Clumsily, drunkenly, the pile of clothes transform into an unkempt man who looks like he's suffering from some sort of skin disease. Oh, what happened to D'Angelo? You know, a true friend would just bury me. Unlucky for you, we're not that kind of friends. Lucky, unlucky, schmucky my ass. How do you guys I was here? See, I've been asking around for the past few days. What I've learned is that for reasons that can be best described as nebulous, you've made quite a few enemies since last year. Yeah? Yeah. Tell me something I don't know. And one thing that caught my interest is how everyone has it on good authority that your place was raided a few times without being found, yet nobody has assumed responsibility for these acts. Hell, doesn't this den always look like it was just raided? Can't blame anyone for making an educated assumption. I had a hunch there might be more than just rumors. See, it looks like a convenience when everyone hears something that makes them look the other way. And coincidences are for fools. Well, you've got my number, and you can see my ugly mug right in front of you. So it's no use playing dumb, I suppose. Agreed. You seriously spent all these weeks holed up in here, and the hunger not getting to you. You've got a lot of critters around this area, and we've become chums. Some of these rats actually got addicted to the kiss. They come to me every night acting like cokehounds begging for it. Been getting drunk not to get some rush out of the feeding on them. Feels a bit like slithering a horribly burned piece of pizza and ketchup. But in this situation, I'll take what I can get. You dig? It's so gross. I failed to keep my poker face. He notices. So, who's the dame? Julia Swinski, a detective investigating Baron Callahan's death. He raises his head for a short while to stare in Quadar's eye and treat him with a vulgar snicker. Billy, so somebody has finally put the old man on ice. Whoever did the world a huge favor. Absolutely. But I got orders to establish who that was. I've been stumbling in the dark for the past few days. We need your help. I'll be damned. Yo, oh shit. Drop the remote. Got gain someone's a character. Again, like a contact high. I'll be damned. Your sleuth skills must really not be up to par if you're begging a bum for help. Not exactly a sleuth. It's an usual case. Have some dignity, man. He's just so sorry to look at. Dignity. Bear me, kiddo. I got all the dignity I need right. Oh shit. He accidentally left a metal flask in his hand. In his what? In his hand. It's like the part of the D is like cut off. Slip out and fall to the floor. Then struggles to pick it up. Quadar can't bear to watch. God. What happened to you? Gemini? I've never seen this low before. Stress-related disorders? causing a disruption in my routine, is what I think a shrink would say. Happens when a lot of shady folks are out to put a stake through the chest. Have you seen Project Hail Mary? Yes, I did. I did. I saw that. I saw that right before I left theaters. That was fantastic. That was a great watch. I love how they did the sci-fi worlds. Like, I heard most of it was very practical. Rocky was a great effect. He was a fun character. I liked both characters in it. I was a little bit iffy on the framing device of the flashbacks, but when you got to the very end of it, I thought it was a good choice. You saw it? Yeah. I want your opinion. Yeah, it's been a while since I watched it. I need to see it again, at least before the end of the year, because that's definitely going to be in the top 10 of the year. If I actually make that video, I kind of skipped last year's video. Can't remember why. Oh, the kiss. The fancy romantic word for taking a nice drink of mortal blood. The recipients usually enjoy it almost as much as the bestowers, though not in the same way. For us, it's substance, and taking care of a deeply rooted need. Most people I drink from end up dazed, but happy. Yeah, it was really good. The last two movies I saw on Tuesday was Spider-Man, and I saw The Odyssey for a second time. Both work fantastic. Both are excellent movies. I was kind of getting scared for Spider-Man, because I enjoy all the Spider-Man movies, but I was getting kind of scared. I'm not sure why, but it was good. It's definitely the best MCU Spidey film. Odyssey, it was mind blowing. Just to be honest, it was mind blowing. As a fan of Greek mythology, I thought it was fantastic how Nolan executed bring the ancient world. I want to see the Odyssey, but I have been unable. I won't spoil it. I mean, most people already know what the Odyssey is about, but it's really, really good. If you can see it in IMAX, go see it. My theater doesn't really have IMAX. This is a smaller theater. They have their own equivalent, and it was fantastic. If you can see it on a big screen, see it on a big screen. The execution, the ancient setting, the acting, the cinematography, like everything technically about the film was amazing. The performances are all great. It's almost like effort makes good movies. I know, right? I know. But the only bad thing about the Odyssey, I would say, is I wish some things were a little bit more historically accurate. Not like some of those people are like it's not like this and that, so the movie's awesome is shit. No, just little things I thought could make the word made a little bit more believable in the setting. Like taking out modern terms like dad and just using father or some other ancient sounding word for father. I think that's going to be a little bit better. It's been a while since I read The Odyssey, but I do know it does skip a lot. So I don't know. Oh, I think Nolan could have made this 4 hours. I was sat in the theater for a 4-hour version of The Odyssey. If it what's the wrong for? If it was good. But yeah, definitely. I'm not sure I'd say it's Nolan's best film, but it's definitely my favorite movie of his. Probably right behind The Dark Knight. Help us out. Tell us what you know, and we might be able to help you in return. Yeah, respect is due. Miss. But I think it's going to be the other way around. I ain't telling the two of you, pardon my French, until I know I can count on some protection. think I skipped a word. Gianni. Genini. Don't you Genini me? Because I me? I know your level. I also know your honor is one of the few things you care about. You want me to endanger myself to put you in a line for me? And I see that. You either promise to extend your protection to me, or the moment you step away from here, I'll sink away into the sewers. And that's the last time you'll ever see me. Quasar shoots me a wary sideways glance. I know. He drives a hard bargain. Especially for someone whose sense of self-worth does not exactly appear to be sky high at the moment. Maybe, but I do value my own life quite a lot. Thank you very much, friends. Quadar sighs. All right, but 3 months from now, or the moment Prince Pinehart tells me, it's no longer possible for the court to offer you safety without compromising its principles. You're on your own. No one negotiates that. That's the only deal I can strike with you. Take it or leave it. D'Angelo scratches his head, grunts loudly, tugs on his mask, and stands up. That's Jack with me, big fella. I might have strong opinions about Panhard, but hell, I'm sitting on the dynamite. I'll take whatever I can get. Who else in New York will you rather rely on? You want me to call the mayor? My opinion about the prince aren't that bad. So, what do you good folks want from little old me? Who wants you dead? Start the interrogation with a tricky one. Wouldn't I like to know? Step up, Gianni. You seem to be forgetting how quid pro quo works. Wouldn't like to know. Won't cut it. What? What can I say? What can I tell you? That warlock, Agavon, or whatever his name is presumed dead? TAMAK, MIA. With SI on her back, so possibly KIA. By now, hope the cook in her office under that Wanderweed and skirt. Around the time they started having trouble, some rough-looking streetwise kindred started hanging out at my usual spots. Didn't take me long to contact the dots. Wait. What is the connection between you and those three? Ever since last year, folks started hiring us for various gigs. Some even trying to get us to join the Cortez. All these opportunities were rather short-lived. However, the delicate tightrope act of working for various employees made us fully aware there is an intra-sect alliance in NYC. Kindred from both sides often work for the same goals without knowing it. The moment we started figuring it all out, a cleanup crew went down. I know the serious warlock boy sniffed something out in his own backyard. But then, poof, he disappeared. Then I lost all contact with Hope and TAMAK and went AWOL. Hope they're doing fine, and they didn't snitch on me to anybody. They are. And they didn't tell me you guys knew each other, so I think you're safe. Whew. Wait a sec. Why were you milking them for intel, kiddo? I found a list of 4 names like Callahan's remains. You can probably guess what they were. I get the picture. Yeah. Christ almighty. I heard it was just a list of freelancers, potential associates, probably prepared by Carter Vanderweeden. My money is on him being involved, but I smell bullshit. Have you got any idea who might have done the boss in? Any more clues? None at all. That's where we want you to come in, friend. Investigate the murder scene the way only you know how. Tell us what you think. Guide Julia in the proper direction. D'Angelo sizes me up, scratching his head. Sure, whatever. I'll try my best, kiddo. Lead the way. I'll drive you there, or at least as close as possible. I wouldn't be welcome that deep in Anarch territory. Just clean yourself up a bit, Janani. I just had my upholstery cleaned earlier this week. Yay, car ride! Going in the car, going for a ride in the car. Aw, that was a short ride. After dropping us off at the same place, Catherine first introduced me to Mia. Godard quickly drives away. Here we are. He put a mask on. Swell. Should I put a mask over my face? What, sir? A classic clothes room mystery. Let me take a look. I covered my face with my fingers. Does it sound different? The OBS is acting shitty again and won't let me listen to the mic audio. He starts walking around the office, carefully taking in every element. So, you're saying you're basically a nobody, but you can simply call Catherine Weiss, huh? And have her open sesame and our crib for you. Don't know. Sure sounds like somebody to me. Don't misunderstand. I only met her during the course of this investigation. Everyone's basically been treating me like dirt wherever I go, and I only acknowledge enough to legitimize this sham. Lord Castlebragg. Now that was an abrupt interruption. I was busy sharing, damn it. Excuse me? He's pointing at the painting of the man overseeing the entire office. I met murder on the way. He had a mask like Castlebragg. Very smooth like he looked, yet grim. 7 bloodhounds followed him. He seemed to completely shift his modus operandi upon seeing the murder scene. He's in his own little world, and his behavior has become more machine-like, erratic. I, still don't follow. I never knew the old Irish coat was into the Napoleonic era. But then again, I have no idea about this exact age. Of course. So maybe that's when he lived. Or was born. Anywho. Pay minimal attention to me. Alright. Who am I looking at here? Right. That's that one, Lord Castlebragg, born as Robert Stewart, a British Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs at the beginning of the 19th century. Incredibly influential, incredibly hated. Ask one fellow about Castlebragg, and he'll tell you he was a man who destroyed Napoleon for good, a man who shaped British politics for ages, the man who built foundations for European unity at Vienna. Ask another fella, he'll tell you he was the man who destroyed the Irish Parliament, the man who cracked down on any possibility of reform, and then supported the cavalry massacring peaceful protesters. He's spouting these facts like a computer. Is that the hint of a detective's photographic memory? I don't know. Photographic memories are bullshit. I'm not being mean. Apparently, there's actually no true evidence of photographic memory existing, but like people claim they really have it. So who knows? Who knows? I have to say, it's downright perverted for an Irishman to put Castlebragg's portrait in his office. Definite proof that our victim was sick in the head. As if we needed more evidence there. Probably idolized him too. Maybe identified with him. Even. Yeah, that's possible. Callahan and his ilk adore those Chekhovs who drive each other across the aisle and achieve hard compromises. Too bad nobody else ever remembers them well. I feel like I should say something. I've got this nagging feeling in the back of my mind. How'd he die? He's pretty good looking. So that was his role model, huh? I guess it makes sense for him to have a role model like that, doesn't it? Oppressing his own people, claiming it was all in their name, when at the end of the day, or the night, they were back in the shitter, and he was still on top. Yeah, sure sounds familiar. 200 years later, all these societal changes, and it still works the same for us. Kindred. That's a cheery thought. Hey, progress can only happen when people want to evolve and change. When you live forever, there's no real need to change, I guess you could say. Not just the kindred. That's still how this world keeps, period, kiddo. Napoleon or Bourbon, Restoration, Communism or Capitalism, Pandar or Callahan. Once the bourgeois establish themselves, you gotta completely reset the rules of the game. And a few years later, do it again, and again, until you're dead or deader than dead. And that doesn't sound fine by you. You can't all just join folks like old boss here or accept this invisible noose that's getting tighter and tighter around your neck every single night. He stops above Callahan's corpse and laughs. Prosperity will never serve a noble grave than this. Here lies the bones of Casabra. Stop, traveler, and piss. Oh, get some poetry. He kicks the bones with a glee, causing me to jump a little. Is he still under the influence? Well, his circulatory system's pretty shit. So I'm guessing the blood alcohol lasts a bit longer. Is that tampering with the crime scene? You know, as far as I can see, the crime scene has been fucked with 3 times over. Can't really be ruined more than it already has. I agree, but it looked about the same last time I was here. Then, it was already a total mess before you ever got here. Whatever. Standing by the metal shutters on the window, he abruptly changes the topic. Light proof? Have you told with these? No. In general, I avoid machinery like that. It doesn't like me, and I don't like it. They don't like ya? They don't work properly. It's like I give technology an allergy. Sometimes industrial cameras mess up my face. Sometimes I can't use a phone. You think it could be useful, but it's just a curse. I see. You think these blinds could have been the murder weapon? And crossed my mind. You mean someone tampered with the blinds to let the sun in? The thought had crossed my mind, to be honest. Then let me explain. Let's say for some reason, our Stiff was standing here as the sun was rising. Maybe staring at poor old Casseraz, looking for a soulmate to accompany him to the other side. Yet another guy pushed to suicide by politics. Pretty old school romantic, yada yada. Or maybe it was a trapper. Or maybe it was a freak accident. Or maybe it was premeditated. In any case, sunlight would be a perfect murder weapon, no? He takes off the mask to shoot a disfigured smile my way. Well, that's just a theory. Anyway, a crime theory? Well, it sounds sound. Does it? Cause I just spitballing. It's practically impossible to make certain now, kiddo. The most logical cause of final death would be damage to the heart, and that can easily be done without damage to the skeleton. And he sets off with a wink. What is he playing at here? The safe. Anyone made a crack at it yet? As far as I know, only Callahan knew the code, and the safe itself is pretty hard to crack. Watch me, kiddo. He presses an ear to the safe and slowly begins to rotate the dial. Stop clowning around. You're a safe cracker now. When you're cursed with contaminants, such as mine, you can decide on a job such as mine. You gotta be a jack of all trades. Yeah, but still sounds pretty hard. Last year, there was this random fella visiting a heritage museum in Alberta. He found a safe there that hadn't been open in 40 years. Not a single specialist, not even a blacksmith, could handle it. The man just studied the numbering, listened closely to the mechanisms, attempting the most sensible combination, and voila! The unthinkable happened. That's where just trusting your instincts lead ya. Too bad he found nothing inside but an old pay sheet. A metallic screech. The door opens. I'll be damned. And it looks like we got the same case here. Confetti. A few random papers scattered around. But for what it's worth, the lock has all of its traces of mechanical manipulation. Probably recent too. Reeks of foul play. But what do we know for sure, really? I'm done here. You can take over. Another wink. Another walk in a random direction. I look inside the safe. Quite spacious. I haphazardly grab everything that's left inside the safe and hide it on my own person. Then close the door so that nobody knows he managed to crack it. When I turn around, he's motioning me to come closer to a sheet of paper lying on the desk. So yeah, you probably know the entire wee specs about Schrodinger's cat. So I'm not gonna bore you with that, but honestly, anything could have happened here. I read the text he's written on the empty page. This place is weird. It gives me chills. I think I'm okay. I tried to record my own voice a bunch of times on different hardware just to see it if I can. It mostly comes out in noise. He nods, then starts scribbling something else as he continues blabbering on and on. The best strategy would be to make an educated guess about what happened here, then interrogate everyone about it. Maybe you'll take someone by surprise. Drop a hook on them. The wiretap is a chip in the broken glass bottle on the floor. Absolutely sure it belongs to Kaiser. Kaiser, the exclusive information broker, the talk of the city, finally got an excuse to nab him. I understand. I think I have an idea how to use it. I think I have an idea how to use it to find him. Should I notify Kodar? Scribble, 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 bibble, 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 bibble. Takes longer than before. Or, more, poor, pig, poor. So yeah, I've been meeting with Kodar. You stay here, sister. Maybe there's something you've been missing. Your call, doll. You're going beyond his jurisdiction, so he will try to stop you. Wherever you do, just give me a 10-minute heads up, so I can get to relative safety. For sure. It's back into the sheriff's custody for me. See you around, Julia. Sorry this old codger couldn't have been more help. I'll get his ass. Eventually, let Kodar know. Whatever. I got plenty. See you around, D'Angelo. And then taking her drink. Doing that weird voice for D'Angelo hurts my throat. I got a plan. Now all I need to execute is a clueless bystander. And this guy will do. What the fuck? What is this? What is this? Is this Paul? This looks like Paul. You guys know who Paul is? Paul from the Amazing Spider-Man comics that that a-hole they make Mary Jane get with. It kind of looks like, no, it doesn't look like Paul. It looks more like Ultimate Peter. Or Ultimate Peter. I got comic book flashbacks for a second, real quick. I need all Marvel comics. No, it doesn't really look like Paul. It just. I'm gonna make this pull this up real quick. Browser, display capture. Discard. Darn it all. Okay, I'm gonna find this real quick. Been a while since the menu screen. Window capture, add new window. Yeah, look at this. And I kind of look like Paul. Again, probably not really. I just got flashbacks. I just got horrible. Oh, that one looks like Paul. That fucking looks like Paul. That piece of shit. I'm so glad they killed him. I'm so glad they killed him. It's so funny though, when he finally died. When he finally died, Peter was like, huh, Paul, oh my God, no. That's right, we have a mission to do. This is like one of the worst characters in recent Marvel comics. I say recent, it's been like a year and a half since he's been dead, I think. He destroys so many people's faith in Spider-Man comics. This is him getting stabbed to death. Fuck Paul. I'll be honest, and then I'm going to spoil it because you've already seen the trailer, but in the new Spider-Man movie, MJ has a new boyfriend. We don't really get to know that much about him, but if they said his name was Paul, I would have screamed at the screen. I would have went rabid, like, oh my fucking God, you do not bring this motherfucker in the MCU. Do you, need me? For anything else? Not really. Better take a hike before the guy you just called shows up. I can't guarantee he will make you hurt. Will do. He puts his head down and obediently trots down the street. I might have messed with his head a little too much using my wild kindred charms, but I needed him to tell Kaiser where I want to meet, quite clearly, multiple times. I would have given him the kiss as thanks as least, but I told the big man I won't be here all night, and that he better hurry up so I want to be ready whenever he comes. Less than 15 minutes later, a menacing black limo takes a fast, sharp turn onto my street, and stops right in front of me. Suddenly, something like an acid flashback hits me. I know this limo. I've seen it all around over the past few days, but never the thought it might be tailing me. Still, it must have. Looks like I'm finally about to get some answers. Doors open, and a raspy voice comes from inside. Get the fuck in, Swinsky. I smile and accept the invitation. Here he is, Kaiser, the king of New York City's information highways, surrounded by screens, speakers, and newfangled technological gizmos of all kind. Ha! First impression, he's one repulsive son of a bitch. Janjo was also a sewer rat, but he might have had a similar physical disadvantage. At least he was wholly endearing. With this guy, there's no room for any kind of sentiment. He's inhumanly cold, and I can get the feeling he's been like this for ages. You're getting on my nerves, little lady, and I'm far from being the only one. I get the sense he's meant for all this to be threatening. Instead, I'm elated. After a week of running around like a headless chicken, unsure if I was getting anywhere, I finally get a compliment. If there's one thing I learned back in Lodestar, it was that you only know you're doing your job correctly when someone powerful gets visibly mad. Don't piss me off, old man. If you want to escalate, I can escalate. And there's a lot of expensive shit here you probably wouldn't want me to break. Ah, yes. I did hear you and Tech don't get along. Is that why you left that mess down in double spiral basement? He scowls at me with pure contempt. Listen, I will speak as plainly as humanly possible to get this through your little head, since it's obvious you're not willing to read the obvious signals. You were hired for one thing and one thing, little lady, to suck at your job, and you couldn't even do that correctly. People keep stopping by my limo this week telling me, Kaiser, dear Kaiser, we keep trying to make her understand how hopeless she is, but she don't just get a clue. She doesn't have any evidence, she doesn't have any testimony, she still goes around knocking on everyone's doors, causing a disturbance and such a fucking headache. Usually I try to be a jovial host, so I cheer them up. Thus, she's not much of a dunce, I say. She's making mountains out of molehills to make herself seem useful, I say. She's about to stop. But you, and your infinite idiocy, decided to prove me wrong in the most spectacular fashion by knocking on my very own door, forcing my hand, threatening me, even. Are you autistic or something? Can't read basic fucking social clues? Stop for 1 second and ask yourself, que bono, who even fucking wants you to solve anything, let alone this case? See? This city has a delicate system set in place. Usually it's flawless, but ever since you start tinkering with it, it's been having these irritating malfunctions, and it's driving people. Are you done? A weird, disgusting sound, something between a gargle and a bark, escapes his throat. Unbelievable. All I'm hearing is that you're in possession of some information that might help me solve the puzzle I was presented with. If that's the case, I'm going to ask you to share it. I swear, you're absolutely irredeemable, you fucking garbage dump of a woman. How do you get through all the rubbish in your head to drive my point in? Don't you know who I am? Tell me the truth or else. I want to see your higher-ups. I want to see your higher-ups. Oh, I know who you are. You are the person who had Callahan's place wired, which makes you a possible witness of sorts, or even a suspect. For Christ's sake, woman, get real. Even your accusations were correct, then who, pray tell, would you report them to? Do you even know what kind of people I answer to? No? Care to educate us? Is that really what you want? You want to know who pulls the strings? Give me 10 minutes and I can arrange a meeting, but this is your last chance to turn back if you don't. I can tell you you're gonna be sorry. The big hoo-ha? Finally, we're talking. We're getting somewhere. Yes, the big hoo-ha. So, is this your final answer? Abso-fucking-lutely. Unbelievable. He takes out his phone and begins furiously typing. I relax in the seat. Finally, we're getting somewhere. It might be dangerous, yeah, but at least I will finally get a clue on what's going on. I'm just saying, this is the point of no return. My boss doesn't fuck around. Best case, you're gonna be begging to take you in. Whatever. He keeps grumbling under his breath, but I'm not even listening. I just watch the streets go by. Until, out of the blue, I experience a strong sense of foreboding. Oh fuck, what's about to happen? Is that another ghost? I first spot her in the corner of my eye. She's hovering right next to Kaiser, with an expression that's impossible to discern. When she speaks, her voice is machine-like, yet otherworldly. Fine. We're 5 minutes away or so. Get the boys ready to give her the Mel Gibson special. The moment he puts away his phone, the silhouette disappears. We're 5 minutes away. Better start figuring out ways you might prove yourselves useful to the honcho. There's no honcho. Oh my god, of course this motherfucker is setting me up. So wait, is the ghost warning her, or was that like a premonition? I need to get out of here now. I do the first thing that comes to mind. I grab the door handle and pull. He notices me scrambling and struggles to grab me. Hold up, you stupid fucking cunt. Glass breaking, a loud fuzz of something heavy hitting the asphalt, tires screeching. I think he grabbed me. He tried to pull me back in. I think we fell out of the limo. I think his body cushioned my fall, but I'm struggling to process what's going on. It's like I'm blinking out. When I come to, he's already attempting to get up, cursing under his breath. The limo has stopped a little further in, but whoever the driver is not coming out. Fuck dang! When he stands up, he will be out for vengeance. He's an older vampire who knows how strong he is. I need something that will give me the advantage. The pepper spray, of course. It probably won't be as effective as it would be on a living person, but it's still worth a try. I limp towards the asshole, disarm the device aimed towards his eyes, and unload the entire canister. Ah! 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 It worked. It actually worked. I keep on the offenses. I punch him, kick him, throw him around. I pummel him. I smash his head against the curb. I struggle to harm him whatever way I can, like a frightened animal. I don't know how long it lasts. Might be 1 minute, might be eternity. The driver steps out of the limo to help his boss, but once he sees what I'm doing to him, he runs away in panic. Feels good. Feels absolutely horrible. Once I'm done, I sit on the curb and scream my lungs out, avoiding crying. Then I look at him. That's a good sprite. That's a good sprite. He seems shocked, barely hanging on. I know what I'd done was extremely stupid. I did hear how he's one of the most influential figures in the city. But that's probably why he never expected to get his ass whooped. Especially by someone like me. When he speaks again, his voice is pathetic, surprisingly close to a whimper. You'll pay. You'll fucking pay. You lost. Misled and abandoned property of a woman. He's unwell, talking nonsense. I approached him again. You want to have me whacked? What, do you think I'm stupid? You needed to be taught a lesson. Well, will you look at who ended up teaching who? Now talk. Tell me everything you know about Callahan's final death. All of it. Go to hell. You can fuck me up however bad you want. I'm still not going to tell you. Shit. Try anything, there will be consequences. There will be retribution. My mouth is shut. He might be my last chance to solve the case, but if I don't force him to talk, he won't. There's a burgeoning thought in my mind, but it scares even me. Do I dare to push him to the edge, make him suffer until he speaks? This is a barrier I won't cross. I would do whatever. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, what to fucking do? I don't want to make her a full-fledged villain. Like a ruthless, full-on ruthless. But he did try to kill us. We got involved in some pretty hefty shit, most because of him. It's not like anyone's gonna miss him if we do stake him. It's only in perilous circumstances that we discover who we really are. Are you happy with what you found out? Obtain 5 traits. The end justifies the means. Well, I'm sure you'll open your mouth if I do this. I put his shin against the curb. Right. What? And kick with all my strength. Ah! It's a compound fracture. I barely managed to suppress my gag reflex. It feels like I'm dissociating. You fucking psycho! You fucking psycho bitch! He's actually weeping like a child. This totally shatters the tough image he was trying to project earlier. Like this is the first time anyone's ever used physical violence against him. But what if it is? We either start talking or the other leg goes. Then the hands. Then I will get creative. I tried to collect myself and put his other leg against the curb. I'll talk! I'll fucking talk! The kick connects. It's a light one, a sadistic feint. It still manages to get a pathetic whimper out of him. Then talk. But this better be good. He looks at me with a pure fury, then begins to speak through clenched teeth. You wanna know who was in Callahan's office before he died? Little lady? Everyone. Fucking everyone and their mother was there. Vanderweeden, Alsing, Arturo, and Panhard. That Khmer douche motherfucking Turk and his sidekick. All of them. Callahan thought that the only way out was to pit them all against each other, or to ally with every single one of them. Little did he know, it was in all of their best interest for him to just fucking die. That's good. That's great. But who killed him? I have no fucking idea. That won't do. Once again, I put his leg in a potentially disastrous position. In response, he starts howling manically. You fucking sadist! You fucking monster woman! I really have no idea! Who kept complaining to you about me? Who is responsible for getting rid of the evidence? Everyone! Everyone dead! Goddamn Callahan had dirt on everyone and antagonized everyone, so I took everyone to fucking bring him down. All evidence is gone. Every theory is equally true, so none of it. Don't you see, you fucking cunt? Everyone is complicit, so nobody is. Why the fuck do you think Sophie Langley is no longer around? Why is Turk no longer pretending to be a revolutionary? Why are free agents involved? Why are they shutting you up tomorrow? What? Shutting me up? Who? I got him in the throat. Can't you connect the dots? You dumb whore! Oh, you fucking room. Can I say that? Should I say that? Should I say that? I'm technically on the spectrum, so maybe from my social understandings, I probably can say that. But for some reason, I feel like that's gonna get me in trouble than the other words. Somebody's about to get Julia. I look back over my shoulder and see Kadar. Bloody hell, what is wrong with you? Kadar, you're out of control. This is why I didn't want you to get involved. I had a hunch that the moment you get a whiff of true power, all bricks will be off. Bullshit. You're out of your damn mind. I should have you in for a potential Masquerade breach. Just let me explain myself. This ugly fucker tried to have me beaten, maybe even killed. Don't you care about that? I have no idea, Sheriff. No idea. She's dangerous, psychotic. Shut the fuck up. I can't control myself. I kick him where I know it will hurt the most. Oh, no, not the family jewels. And they don't technically work how they're supposed to anymore, but damn, no, not there. Oh. Ah, my fucking leg. Stop this right now, you goddamn idiot. I freeze in place. I never heard him use that tone with me. I will take care of you in a moment. In my car. Kaiser, hold on. I'm not done questioning him yet. It looks like there's a major conspiracy too. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave, and you're gonna be glad I leave it at that. Oh, we're in trouble. If you do that, I'm gonna have to assume you're complicit. One second. That's worth 2 strikes in my book. You don't want to risk a third. So that's that. Tell me, what was all of my footwork even for? Well, facing each other. Little lady. Can you hear this? Go home, Julia. But go home. Fine, I will. But before I do, I'd take a quick peek into Kaiser's limo, still abandoned, a little further down the street. I skipped the church visit again. Tonight, I want more time to finish this report. Who knows, it might be my final one. I want to spend more time with Dakota. Yeah, forget about the rest of the world. A lot happened tonight, but I can still manage to be at our apartment an hour earlier than usual. She should be glad. I don't know, without last night happening, I'm not sure about that. I sneak into the apartment as silently as possible, trying to surprise her. When I reach the bedroom, I see something unexpected. It hits me like a ton of bricks. At the beginning, I can't probably phrase the sight. But when I finally understand what I am looking at, it causes a wave of terror and disgust to swell up inside my chest. Oh, look, there's a little ghost there. I thought there was like a ghost right there. Oh, she's dressed in something different. What the fuck? She's shocked to see me. Doesn't know what to do. She's like a deer in headlights, or a schoolgirl probably trying to hide her misdeeds from a teacher. You're early. Yes, I am. These are my clothes, Dakota. These are my cigarettes. That's my jewelry on the table. Yeah. I was, and I'm pretty sure, God almighty, I thought I was just being neurotic whenever I noticed something dreadfully familiar in you. I never I can explain. Please do explain. A good 10 seconds of awkward silence pass. I can see her spinning an eternity in her head. This isn't what it looks like. Oh my god, exactly what it looks like. I will just come out and say it. Dakota, are you single, white, femaling me? What? I really need to see the movie to understand that term or phrase. It all makes sense now. Let me look at that for a second. What does it mean to be single? Wait. An obsessive person who maliciously copies another person's appearance, identity, and theft. Wait, is she stealing from us? Is she trying to act like us? No. Come on, no. I thought I was the leech in this relationship. We watched that movie together. We made fun of Jason's Leia together. A roommate Saki imitating her own roommate. What a concept, right? But it's being fed on in a far more sinister way without knowing it. Don't be silly. Silly? I've never been this serious with you. So whenever she puts on my makeup, whenever I use her as a mirror, was she always hyping me up because she wanted to live vicariously through me? So many little things make sense in retrospect. The little way you keep modeling your speech after me, the weird ways our tastes were always compatible, some of your art feeling so familiar. None of it would trigger any alarms by itself, and yet she's as humanly embarrassed as possible. Julia, listen. Don't fucking touch me. I can barely think of anything more repulsive than being put on a pedestal like this. It's like the other person is begging me to perceive them as someone worse, if not outright subhuman. Don't be like this. Just don't. You know, this would probably be infinitely more palatable if you talk to me like a person here and not like, I don't know, your fucking mommy? You know what? Fuck you. I've been locked in this apartment by myself because of all the pandemic shit going on. It's fucking me up. I know you have it hard right now, so I didn't want to bother you. Yeah, I was counting on you to ask about how I'm feeling. Babe, how's your work-life balance? Are you feeling claustrophobic? Hey, is it just me or is our drug supply really shrinking too fast? But no, you were too much of a self-centered bitch. You regularly sucked me dry, and it's okay. But the moment I entertain the thought of taking something in return, I'm crossing a line. Oh no, I'm a member of an immortal elite secret society. It's so hard to cope, Dakota. Whenever I gracefully decide to visit our apartment, let's just do what I enjoy until the pain stops. Fuck you. Fuck you. So seriously, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. There's nothing you can do but take, and you should have learned by now that just taking won't make you happy, you big dumb bitch. Stop. I'm destined for better things than this. Get the fuck out of here. You disgust me. Dakota breaks down crying. She grabs a jacket and a purse, then runs out of the apartment. I don't try to stop her. I stand there for a short while in silence. and then lock the door. Did she take the keys? I don't know. I don't know if I care. I desire for someone else, not for myself, for a way to open a different world, not get locked back in mine. I collapse onto the soft bed. I smell her perfume. I always liked it, but now it makes me slightly nauseous. I try not to think of Dakota. I think of Kaiser. I think of Kadar. I think of Callahan. No matter what I think of, I sense doom. I feel that I just sealed my fate, wherever it may be. Everything fucking sucks. Scream bloody murder. Receive a compliment about your methods and react accordingly. Back into the void. Back into the void. Back into the void. Wow, that was not the ending I was suspecting. I could tell our girls had issues, but damn. Like, I'm not sure if I can fully blame Dakota. I mean, what's it like when your significant other is literally an immortal with all kinds of weird powers? There must be some sort of jealousy in some ways. But, I'm about to say, Julia doesn't really want to talk about not liking her life. I mean, she is reveling in the power, at least that's kind of the path we're putting her on. She seems to be enjoying most of the things we are doing. So, I don't know, I won't call her a hypocrite, but I don't think she was being fully honest in the argument right there. But yeah, that's going to cut it for now. It's 12 o'clock right now, so I can't really be talking too loud. That's been Vampire the Masquerade, Shadows of New York. Tomorrow, and I'm not sure what we're going to play tomorrow. It's either going to be, I'll probably will just do Resident Evil, and so we can do some more of that. And Saturday and Sunday, not sure. I'll probably wing those days. Yeah, but I gotta go. I gotta give my throat a rest. Thank you for joining me, even just for a little bit. You know, I always love and appreciate you. And I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. I also should have a video uploading on YouTube tomorrow. I know. Yay, Hanyo, do your goddamn job. So I'll see y'all later. Have a good night, or evening, or morning, wherever you may be in this dark, bleak, depressing fucking world. And I will see you all next time. Bye-bye. Thank you for the great stream today. You're welcome. Thank you for sticking through. See you. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Get some sleep. Or stay awake. Wherever you do. I'm not your daddy.